Don't you call me 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store.
And that was Tennessee Ernie Buick. His recording of 16 Tons, bringing our time to about 9 minutes before 6 o'clock right now. Say, tonight and tomorrow, there's an absolutely entertaining show coming to Whiting Auditorium, a show which I hope you'll see. With me right now in the Factory Whistle studio are the three principal performers: Mervin Eugene at the piano, Lenora Lanfield, and with the big Al Jolson-type voice, live, Clive Baldwin. Does he sing like Al Jolson?
Swanee, how I love you, my dear old Swanee. I did the world for me. Among the folks here, I even know my Mary, waiting for me, praying for me, down by the Swanee. The folks up north will see me no more when I get to that Swanee shore.
Hey, Clive, that was just tremendous. That was so good.
Oh, you ain't heard nothing yet, Bill.
I love you. What have I haven't heard?
But I did want to say that it's wonderful to be back in Flint, and I want to thank Frank Marzoni for meeting me at the airport with the police to make sure I didn't get in any trouble on my way here.
Are you naturally a troublemaker?
Oh, well, in a way I am, because otherwise people could sit at home and not do a thing. But this time they're going to have to come out and see the action at the Whiting Auditorium.
It's going to be a good show.
Well, I am very happy that you say that, because I believe you.
Well, I do too, because I have heard nothing but raves. I've seen you perform. You are a good performer, and for an evening of nostalgia, for an evening of good old music, and an evening of good showbiz, how can you beat it? Whiting Auditorium.
I've been looking forward to this a long time, especially with the show coming off in New York, and just having a little time to come up to Flint. And, of course, my lovely Mae West, my wife, is with me. And our genius with the 15 fingers, Mervin Eugene.
Hey, he does play that piano, doesn't he?
Oh, I bet the people thought that was maybe Liberace. Oh, no, Liberace's not that good. I mean, Oscar Levant himself.
Now, you have maintained all along that you are not imitating Al Jolson.
Yes, I've maintained that because it's true. Ever since I was a kid of 14, I heard Jolson, and I was very surprised at how similar his voice was. It's just too bad he got there before me, although he would have been worried about,
Well, you say that when you just started talking as a kid, all of a sudden, there was Al Jolson's sound.
The tones were there, yes, and as time went on, I developed more and more that color, that delivery, and the love for doing it.
Well, I will say this, that whether you are on stage or sitting at a table having a cup of coffee, it still comes out Jolson-ish, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
It's
like
you.
My wife wakes up often. She looks at me and says, which one are you?
Now, how's this show coming in New York?
Excellent. Oh, I'm so happy about that. It's the best I've felt for years, because being the way I am, in a sense, it's hard to have a kind of an identity when you sound like somebody else. But this show will give me that identity. People will finally realize that I'm not putting this on. I just talked to the mayor, by the way, and I'm very happy to say they gave me the keys of the city.
Isn't that a beautiful key?
Absolutely, a golden key,
Yeah.
Solid gold,
Yeah, even the dogs are barking for you here.
I know, isn't it wonderful? Everybody's happy we're here.
See, that's a difference between this, the Factory Whistle studio, and some. We have dogs barking, but all of the dogs are doing are shouting their approval.
That's
of your
approval.
show.
Mm-hmm. Well, in New York, they do all kinds of other things, which I'm sure they don't do in Flint. This is a wonderful place, and when I came in to welcome, it was wonderful. It said, welcome to, Al Jolson, and I crossed that out quickly, to Clive Baldwin. That's the name.
Okay, now tell me more about this show. You are going to be Al Jolson on stage.
Yes, I am. Broadway cast of 25 musicians. And, well, yesterday I heard that the songwriter turned down a $7 million offer for a movie rights for the show.
Wow.
So, it's exciting.
When does it open?
November 8th.
November 8th.
Yeah, we're in the rehearsals
We're
now.
kind of getting a premiere performance here then, just before you burst big on Broadway.
Well, I tell you what, I'm so happy with Flint, the way they've made me feel, that I, would love to be
one of those great big superstars, you know, like Chevalier was when he came in town and he saw Chev. I would love to be able to come back and say, well, Flint made me feel very welcome and very much at home, and I would like to be able to reciprocate and, you know, bring the show up maybe, or at least come up myself and have a real special night when people, when everybody knows.
Listen,
the whole world.
when this show breaks big in New York, you better take some time off and come back and sing for us again.
That's what I mean.
Because we're not going to be able to get everybody who wants to hear you into Whiting tonight and tomorrow.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So you come back.
I hope it doesn't rain, because I'm going to have to sing to the people outside. But, Bill, you yourself have made me very welcome, and, you know, it's really nice to have people like yourselves, people who help people like myself when they're not a real big star. And I'll remember.
Wow. This is Clive Baldwin, for those of you who may have recently just tuned in your car radio. And Clive Baldwin is here to put on a great show tonight and tomorrow. Frank Marzoni is the promoter who is bringing this show into Flint. And Frank,
good old Frank Marzoni.
Frank brings good shows to town, and I guess we who like a good show can thank him for that.
I'm flattered that I'm amongst, he considers me amongst his big names.
He's brought a lot of big names.
Yes, he has.
In addition to Clive Baldwin.
In addition.
Anyway, I'm going to see you tonight and tomorrow night at Whiting Auditorium. Have a good show, and I want one more song if I could.
Right. What are we going to do? What would you like to have me sing? Anything you like.
Let's. You've got an album out, haven't you?
Yes.
Let's take one of the good songs that would be in the album.
Well, I guess April Showers is good. It's September, but there's raining out there. Let's do April Showers. A chorus, maybe, huh?
Though April showers may come your way, they bring the flowers that bloom in May. So if it's raining, have no regrets, because it isn't raining, you know, it's raining violets. And where you see clouds on the hills, look, they're not clouds, no, they're crowds of daffodils. So keep on looking for a bluebird and listening for his song. Whenever April showers come along.
Oh, that is so good. That is so good. I thought you were going to hurt yourself in that one note, though. You really hung on to that.
No. I was just worried that I couldn't hang it on long enough, that's all.
Let me say this, Clive. I've had a lot of entertainers come over to the studio and be on the Factory Whistle program. You're the only one who's ever performed live on our program.
Live with Clive is the only way to go, you know.
Yeah. The Harmonicats, I'll take that back, because the Harmonicats did play some music for us one time.
Mm-hmm.
But you have been so generous.
Not
and
at
so
all.
nice.
Not at all, Bill. It's
And,
lovely to be able to give something for people that seem to need it.
Tonight and tomorrow, I don't know if I like that comment or not.
I'm not sure I do either. Take it back.
Tonight and tomorrow evening for an evening of good music, some old-fashioned songs, some Al Jolson nostalgia with Clive Baldwin and cast. See you. Whiting Auditorium tonight and tomorrow. Thank you, Clive.
You ain't heard nothing yet, Bill.
Lammy, how I love you, my dear Bill Lammy. I'd give the world to be back here in Flint, where hospitality's the name of.
Gee, how about that? Well, we'll see Clive Baldwin tonight and tomorrow evening at Whiting Auditorium.
How I love that Lammy show.